For the purposes of showing the demonstration, I've used a rather large thread for the needle lace. This is number 5, I think, pearl cotton. And I've used a small zigzag stitch to put it to the pattern, and I wouldn't do that in my finer laces because the threads would not be secure. But in the bulkier threads I was able to do that. So that sped up the process a little bit. But I am going to demonstrate how to add the additional thread for the next section of lace and do that by hand. What you want to do as you're joining threads is be sure that your base threads are anchored to each other. And so I've threaded a piece of coordinate thread, what I'm going to use for my coordinate, on a needle, and I'm going to pull it underneath the previously couched coordinate. And I want to pull just one layer through, so I've just pulled it through like this, and now I'm going to decide how much of it do I need to use. And it's not very much, because all I'm going to do is bring it back double and bring it to the center point so that I can leave a section here to hang the ornament from. So I've pulled it underneath the previous coordinate and looped it back over like this. And now I just need to stitch it into place from that point around to the center here. And then I'm going to leave a loop at the top, a section, and come around this side and go under again here. So let me just take my needle and thread, and again we start from the back with a needle with threaded with a knot, and I need to come up on the line, pull that through. Now I'm securely knotted, and now I'm going to couch down my coordinate thread. And I'm going to couch pretty close to the previous colored coordinate so that everything is nice and securely held close together for the second section of lace. And you would continue to do this for as many sections of lace as you needed to add a coordinate for. And then we would just couch around the thread, holding it to the pattern. And as I said, in a smaller thread I would do the entire piece couched by hand instead of the zigzag stitch that I've used. If you're coming to a sharp curve or direction change of your thread, you want to be sure and anchor where the thread changes direction with a stitch, and then bring it around, and I'm going to bring it to the center. Anchor at the center. Now I'm going to leave my one thread, the tail, here at the top and not work with it. I'm going to leave it there to become the hanger for the ornament. So it remains loose and free towards the top, and I'm going to continue around now with the other thread and take it underneath this coordinate. And to do that, sometimes, especially if it's a long distance, you're going to want to put a temporary stitch to hold the single thread until you can get it anchored to the next section of coordinate. So I'm going to skip way over. This isn't close enough for a normal couch stitch, but I'm going to do it just to anchor that single thread where I want it to stay until I can get the end of it underneath the green coordinate that's already there. There you go. And then I will bring that back around, stitching it down until I reach this point. And then I will take the remainder up, and it will become the other side of my hanging area.